National Football League. And we'll see Jordan Love. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Packers and the Bears, just ahead on EA Sports.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, it's January 7th, but we haven't seen you since New Year's Eve, so we have to say Happy New Year, one and all. And partner, Happy New Year to you. This is it, the conclusion of the 2023 season. Hard to believe, but we got a good one here between division rivals. And you like what the NFL's done here, making Week 18 all-division game. On 1st and 10, Love will complete this one to Watson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. To throw now, here's Love. He's got the hook up with Downs. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Love. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now Love. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Now, this is just the last thing you want. Matt LaFleur loudly voicing his objections to that previous call. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And this one is right through. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And he returns this to the 22. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the option left is Fields. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Fields. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. With the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Working the and a loose football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down. Now motion left with Mooney. They run it on 1st with Foreman. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Again, it's Foreman, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Foreman powering ahead. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Powerful running. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here's Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Touchdown Bears! Chase Claypool, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown.
return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got him the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. On 3rd down, Love. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now taking downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Now it's Fields. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Love. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. Out of the gun, Fields. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. Fields. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before the break. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with a pack. Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Play fake. Here's Love. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Love. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge. On third down, here's Dillon. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard. The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Foreman will try to pick it up. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series. They run again with Foreman, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
On second down, here's Foreman. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Foreman takes it, headed right. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Fields. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Opted to run for it, the decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On 1st down, it's Strebler. And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. 3rd quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. They give to Dillon out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try to defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Strebler. Oh, wide open, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive with the cold temperatures here at Lambeau, and their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now 2nd and 9. Now Strebler. Towards the middle and caught by Musgrave. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To throw is Strebler. They'll set up a screen for Dillon. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4 but got 3.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll run for it with Dillon. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile, we do have an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Chicago offense set to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. To throw is Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And they have secured that spot in the playoffs, clinching the NFC North Division, in fact. So for the moment, they would be hosting a wild card game in round 1.
And I think it is cause for celebration. Let's not get hung up on the fact that only one team now gets a bye in the 1st round. Win your division, get to the playoffs, celebrate that. And by the way, they are guaranteed a home game. That's a good way to start the playoffs.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Fields. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that's taken at his own 42. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 61 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He's going to try and take off with it. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bears' 31-yard line.
This is Dillon on the counter, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
But we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Yeah, this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 27. Throwing to start the drive. Fields.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Now a 1st down throw. Fields.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Fields throwing again.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Fields on 1st down. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the option to give to Foreman.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Here's Fields now on second down.
Escaping the pressure. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Justin Fields
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Trying to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend the play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much too.
So for Green Bay,
they do get the victory that pushes them over 500 for the season as they finish at 9-8.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Chicago,
they will indeed limp to the finish line, unfortunately, as they close out a 6-11 campaign.
And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.